Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about limits. What is limits? Limits is the basic thing in calculus. The whole calculus is based upon limits. So let's try to understand this little bit. Let's just say I have a function f of x equal to 2x. So now I am trying to find the value as limit x tends to 2 f of x. See, this notation x tends to 2, it denotes that this is f of x whenever the value of x is going to very close to 2. What will the value this function will give? So if we do that, f of 2 is equal to 4, right? We know by the function. Let's just put some values x and f of x. So I am going to close to 2. If I take x equal to 1.9, f of x will give 3.8. On x equal to 1.99, this will give 3.98, 1.999, 3.998, and so on. So from this thing we are going to see as x going to closer and closer to 2, the value of f of x is going much closer to 4. So if anyone can predict that, yeah, these things make a sense. If you are going to, if you are making x very close to 2, f of x is going very close to 4. So f of 2 must be 4. This is an assumption, and that's what limit said. That's what actually limit means. Whenever we are going to close to 2, what will get value give the f of 2? Let's understand by this one is graph. Here is the graph of 2. Graph of f of x equal to 2x. Which is a straight line. So let me make it clear. So here is the 2 and here corresponds the value of 4. So we can see from the graph, as x is going very close to 2, the value is approaching to 4. So that's the limit. Now, what is the use of limit? Let me do something. Now I am taking my function f of x equal to x square minus 9 over x minus 3. Now you may think, let's just factorize it. X minus 3 times x plus 3 over x minus 3, and obviously we can just cut this and this out and we can write x plus 3. But the thing is, we can't just divide x minus 3 by x minus 3. Whenever x minus 3 is equal to 0, which means whenever x equal to 3, this will become 0 over 0. So we cannot divide 0 by 0. Why we cannot divide? We will talk about that later, maybe in next video. So now we have to put a condition. X is not equal to 3, and whenever I graph this function, See, this will be the straight line. And there will be a gap at x equal to 3. Okay. So now I am going to find the limiting value of f of x equal to this x square minus 9 over x minus 3. So we can see clearly from the graph, whenever we go closer and closer to 3, the function approaches value 6. I am very close to 6. For example, let's just take some values, that is x and f of x. I take 2.999. It will give you 5.999. 2.9999. This will give you 5.9999. So we can clearly see that whenever x is going closer and closer to 3, the limit is approaching, f of x is approaching closer and closer to 6. So we can write that limit x approaches 3, f of x, which is equal to limit x approaches 3, x square minus 9 over x minus 3 equal to 6. Or you can done this by algebraically. How? See, f of x equal to x minus 3 over x plus 3 over x minus 3. This is our function. We can just cut this out. X minus 3 divided by x minus 3 equal to x plus 3. And we can just simply put x equal to 3. So it will give you 6. Now the question is, why did we divide x minus 3, x minus 3? We cannot divide as it is 0. But the thing is, x is not exactly 3. X is very close to 3, not exactly 3. So we can divide x minus 3 and x minus 3. So this is the example that limit of function is exist. Limit of function is exist, but the function itself at x equal to 3 does not exist. So now let's talk about one-sided limit. One-sided limit is like, let me define a function. F of x equal to, let's just say, x when x is greater than or equal to 2, and x square when x is less than 2. So now I am going to graph this function. See, for x less than 2, the function is parabola, x square. So it will go like this. This is 2, and there is a hole here, because at x equal to 2 the function is not given by parabola, it is given by x. So now the function starts from somewhere here, which is 2, and then it goes up. Okay. So now, what can you say about when x approaches 2? What is the limit of this function? See, there are two ways to approach the function. One thing you approach it from left side, or one you approach this from right side. So we have two ways, and therefore we define left hand limit and right hand limit. So left hand limit is defined, let's try to find this for limit x tends to 2 minus. We write this minus in superscript as we are coming from negative side, which is equal to, okay, so for 2 minus we can clearly see whenever we go closer and closer to 2, the function approaches a value 4, so which is 4. And for right hand limit, okay, limit x tends to 2 plus, as we are approaching it from positive side, f of x. So what will this give? See, we can clearly see from the graph or from this definition, whenever x is going closer and closer to 2, the function is approaching closer and closer to 2. So this must be 2. Okay. Now in this case, what if someone asks, what is limit x tends to 2 f of x? So in this case, it does not exist. Why does not exist? Because you cannot see that that's 4. If you are approaching from left hand, it is 4. You are approaching from right hand, it is 2. So we cannot clearly say that whether it is 4 or 2. So in this case, we call limit f of x, this does not exist. So thank you for watching the video. You can share this video with your friends if you like, comment, subscribe. If you want a video on some topics, you can write it in comment box. You can mail me, DM me on Instagram. If you have some questions, you want a video, so just send me there. All the links are given below. Thank you.